on the C10 and, you know, doing tune-up, doing plugs and wires and cap and rotor and all that. Well, this is the rotor that I pulled out of it, and see these two screws right here? Yeah, they're supposed to be what holds it down in there, and they weren't tight. Like, it was literally just sitting on it, and when I pulled the cap off, it just fell over. So probably had a lot to do with why it didn't want to run right, because I've been driving this truck like that. So it should run better. It should run pretty decent after this, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm gonna finish putting the cap on and then put the new wires on, and we'll fire it up and see how it runs. So along with the rotor, you can see that is corrosion, pretty bad corrosion on all of those. So that's never good for spark. We got the new cap and rotor on, new plugs, new wires. I'm gonna crank it up and see if it runs any better. It should. And I gotta change the blower motor and add some antifreeze to it. May go ahead and do the antifreeze first and the blower motor, and then go ahead and just take it down the road. Might be what I do. So I'm gonna do that real quick and we'll take it down the road. Alright, so we just got back from, made the loop in the C10, and I went and looked at my stash, and so this is the carburetor that's on it, and I was looking to see, and just so happened that I had this. And what this is, if you can't guess already, is a brand new carburetor, just like the one that's on it. We're gonna open this up and pull the old one off and throw this one on, and we ought to have the carburetor issue fixed at that point. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the old one unhooked, all that unhooked, throw this one on, and we'll see if that helps the running issue any, because changing the cap and rotor and plugs and wires, it helped, but it still has a weird part throttle issue. So I'm pretty sure that's just the carburetor, so we're gonna get that changed out and go from there. All right, so I pulled the valve cover off because it's been making the C10's been making a little bit of a rattling noise, and I was thinking, you know, maybe it's the lifter lost prime or rocker arm loose. Well, that is also loose. So I believe we have a broke valve spring. So that means we're gonna end up getting a new set of valve springs for this thing. So I'm gonna get them ordered and we'll change them out and go from there. All right, so the valve stem, the valve spring, this right here, yeah, it's broken in a few places. And the inner part, you know, that's broke as well. But I got a new one on. It's this one right here. It's pretty tight now. I gotta put the new gasket on, and I'm waiting on the valve cover to dry But we're gonna put it back together and crank it up, make sure it runs. I gotta fix some vacuum lines I broke. But put the valve cover back on, hook the fuel line back up, and a couple vacuum lines, and that'll be it. Then we can crank it. Well, it's definitely quieter. Still got a little bit of noise, but I just kind of tightened it by feel. I didn't even try to spin it over or do it while it was running. There was just so much stuff to hook back up that was in the way of the valve cover. So, but I mean, it's running really good. It don't sound like it's missing anymore. I'm gonna let it warm up. It's about 34 degrees, I think it is now. I'm gonna let it warm up for a minute, then we're gonna take it down the road and see if it runs better. So yeah, I put the truck out of the shop. It's over here by the house, and like it's running pretty smooth. It's got still a slight little miss. You can see it, tailpipe shaking just a little bit. And before, like, it was terrible. You know, it was just sitting there. Well, you know, I was sitting here, I was like, you know what? You know, engine's just sitting there just running smooth. It's like, I think I forgot something. Yeah. I didn't put the spark plug wire back on. It's just sitting right there. So, I'm gonna kill it because I don't want to shock the piss out of myself. And put the plug wire back on. All right, let's see what happens now. It's still, the tailpipe's still shaking, but the engine is so much smoother. It was like doing that real bad. But we're gonna go. I'm gonna go get some breakfast. We're gonna run it down the road and see how it does. So after we changed the valve spring in the C10, I took it down the road. It done good, and I went and hooked to the trailer, and I went and picked up something. Just a little toy we're gonna have. It needs to be, hasn't been used in a while, but it's just a, you know, a portable move around forklift thing. It's got wheels, so it should roll in the shop, hopefully. It also has a 3-point hitch on it, so we can hook it to the tractor, move it around, set it down on the ground, pick up whatever we need to. I mean, it won't pick up a full vehicle. I think the max load is 2,000 pounds. Play around with that later. But anyway, back to the C10. You know, C10 done good. It wasn't very far from the house, but truck pulled great. Running good now, so that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll see it more, I'm sure. I'll be doing more stuff to it, just kind of tinkering around to it. It's gonna be my daily driver's work truck slash type thing, whatever it kind of works out to. But it's gonna be it. Thanks for watching.